Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It's Saturday morning. This is a voiceover. What you're seeing on screen is some footage that I recorded earlier on today during my walk. And I want to take a break from Kylie Rodney today and cover this sweet little girl here who was brutally murdered. Yesterday at a hearing we heard the graphic details of little Evelyn Boswell's cause of death. And it's more horrifying than I ever imagined. I'm surprised not more people are covering this case today or yesterday. This little girl deserves justice. So just in case you haven't heard of Evelyn Boswell, let's give you a little bit of background to start with. So Evelyn Boswell was reported missing by her grandfather, who told authorities he had not seen her for months and feared for her safety. On February 19th, 2020, an Amber Alert was issued for 15-month-old Evelyn, but it was already too late. Days later, her tiny body was found hidden in her grandfather's shed, accompanied by her toys, clothing and diapers. Her mother, Megan Boswell, was only 17 when she gave birth. She's been charged with murder and a slew of other charges. Her trial has been postponed until February 2023, but yesterday was a hearing to set out some details, and in particular Megan wanted a change of attorney, which was denied, but the graphic details came from a forensic pathologist. I'm not going to play you any clips from that hearing because I'm currently uploading the entire hearing, or most of it. That information will come out on my other channel, Michelle Walks, later today. It's a big file, it's nearly 2 hours long, and it's taking hours to upload on my internet, so it'll come out later today. This video will definitely be out first. But from the beginning, local and state law enforcement officers said they were frustrated by Megan Boswell, who spun a cat's cradle of conflicting stories that left them chasing dead ends and wasting valuable time. Every time we talk to her, her story changes. Every single time, said Sullivan County Sheriff Jeff Cassidy at a February 2020 press conference announcing that Megan Boswell had been arrested for allegedly lying to authorities. Her false statements have delayed and impeded law enforcement's investigation, he said. During the investigation, authorities said Megan falsely told detectives that Evelyn was with her biological father. She also said Evelyn was with her grandmother, who had run off with the toddler. In local television interviews, she said she knew who had Evelyn, but was afraid to say who that was. None of those conflicting accounts were true, the sheriff later said. The reason I didn't report it or anything was I knew the person who had her, and I didn't want them to run away with her, Boswell told a local station 2 days after Evelyn was reported missing. I'm just kind of worried, about where they are, what they're doing with her at this point in time. So it was Evelyn's grandfather who contacted the State Department of Children's Services, saying he had not laid eyes on the baby since Thanksgiving, so the year before, so Thanksgiving 2019. Investigators would later learn a babysitter appeared to be the last person who saw Evelyn, and that was in early December. Tommy Boswell Sr. told the local station, I don't know what happened, but I'm the one who called DCS and got this started, he said. I ain't slept nights, I've cried like a baby, I just want my grandbaby to come home. No one else has been arrested or charged in connection with Evelyn's death. Megan had sole custody of the child, and she and Megan's father never married. The search for Evelyn would cross state lines, encompass several properties and a pond. Over 700 tips poured into the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation hotline. So many that state officials finally asked for people to stop reporting visions, psychic readings, and personal theories about Evelyn's location because they were overwhelming investigators and telephone operators. On March the 6th, 2 weeks and 2 days after the Amber Alert was issued, investigators found Evelyn's remains on the property owned by Tommy Boswell. Megan and other members of the Boswell family had lived on the rural acreage at varying points in time. Because of the intense attention surrounding Evelyn's case, a judge ordered all court documents to be sealed until yesterday. How Evelyn died and how she came to be hidden in the shed has never been publicly revealed. Until yesterday. So, are you ready? Testimony reveals Sullivan County toddler died after being placed in a trash can alive. Alive. A Sullivan County toddler who disappeared more than 2 years ago drew international attention. Was tightly wound in a blanket and aluminium foil, placed in a trash bag and stuffed alive inside a trash can. Testimony in Sullivan County's criminal court yesterday as I record this, revealed 18-month-old Evelyn Boswell suffocated inside a trash can placed inside a playhouse. Her mother and accused killer, Megan Boswell, used to play in as a child. A forensic pathologist testified that the toddler was tightly bound in a fleece blanket, then wrapped in aluminium foil and placed upside down in a trash bag, which was stuffed into a trash can with such force the child's head was pressed backwards against her back. She was sort of compressed in the can, she testified. Her head was completely tilted backwards, severely overextended. She was in a distorted fetal position. Her facial features were pretty much flattened. Friday's testimony marks the first time since Evelyn was reported missing in February 2020 and her remains discovered a month later on property owned by her maternal grandfather that the cause of death has been made public. The forensic pathologist testified that the forensic examination makes clear that Evelyn's death was intentional. Mother Megan Boswell had insisted the child died accidentally when either she or her boyfriend rolled over on the toddler while she was sleeping in their bed. And that was just the last of a slew of lies. That was the last thing she came up with. Although the medical examiner's testimony was public, Sullivan County Judge William Goodwin on Friday ordered the autopsy report and related photographs sealed. Evelyn's disappearance drew international attention as her mother, then 18, made a series of contradictory claims in media interviews and statements to authorities. And as we said, she was insisting that Evelyn was alive, and she just lied. So the purpose of yesterday's hearing was to determine whether prosecutors would be allowed to show jurors photographs of Evelyn's body as she was removed from the trash can and unwrapped from the foil and blanket. Megan Boswell's attorney, Brad Sproles, argued that the photos were so graphic that jurors would convict his client solely on an emotional reaction rather than cool reflection of evidence. At the close of Friday's hearing, Goodwin ruled some of those photographs are necessary for the state to prove its felony murder case against Megan Boswell. But he is barring jurors from seeing two he deemed particularly graphic and prejudicial. So there you go. Honestly, I think that lays to rest any argumentation about this case being in any way similar to Summer Wells. The way that this child was just disposed of, just discarded in a trash can, is very personal. It's an act of serious anger. So although the location in which little Evelyn was found is less than an hour away from the Wells property, I think this puts to rest, in my opinion, any links between Summer's case and that of baby Evelyn. You might disagree? Let me know in the comments. Again, the hearing will be posted on Michelle Walks later today. That's all for now, guys. See you soon. Bye.